Last week we lost by 4 wickets to Ilton, setting a target of 160, and they chased it down after 26 overs. Today we are at one of the prettiest grounds that we'll play out this season, up at Kilmington and Stourhead. So join me as we look to bounce back in the diary of a captain. As I say, this afternoon we are playing Kilmington and Stourhead's second 11, and we've already done the toss. I lost the toss and we are batting. Here is the starting 11 for this afternoon, and as I say, we lost the toss, the first toss of the season that I have lost so far, and we're batting. But stranger things have happened. It's been quite a high scoring ground for those batting first this season, so we will see how we go. Anyway, let's go and get padded up. So it isn't the best of starts. Rob is out for a duck. We are 0 for 1 off 1. This could be a quick afternoon. As I saunter out to the crease, I want to say another thank you to Neon for sponsoring me this summer, and I finally got my hands on a beautifully refurbished bat. You join me now, coming out at 19 for 2 in the 7th over. Let's see how we go.
No, wait on. No, wait on. Yeah, go on. Do that every day. That's gone, don't worry. Shot. Do that. Coming back. Yeah, go on. Just the one, just the one. No. Yeah, go on. Do that. Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on. No, no, no. Save him. No. No. Yeah, go on. Keep it on, keep it on.
So I only made about 3 in the end, played a stupid shot to get out, and we are currently 48 for 3 off 12, going at 4 and over, and big shot from Matt. Let's hope we can press on before drinks.
These two are backing very well.
I was going to say, where the... Mum, what type of...
Where is it?
Yeah,
Sorts of stuff.
yeah, putting my ball there. And...
Oh, cleaning the ball on the white t-shirt. You little rat.
Where's my ball?
No,
So at drinks we are 86 for 3. Matt and Paul are still in. Matt is on 30, Paul is on 44 and fast approaching that milestone of a half ton. Let's hope that these two can sort of look to kick on. The rain is seemingly imminent. Whether it just passes, I don't know. But yeah, we've looked good. Well, a pair of them look good for the most part. Let's look to kick on and maybe even push for 200. See how we go. Paul got out not long after drinks, falling just short of 50, hitting 46 in the end. Dan Jenkins went out to join Matt at 91 for 4. So we are in the 22nd over. It is now starting to rain. Hopefully it doesn't really get any heavier, but we'll see. And as quick as the rain came, it went again. No stoppage in play, just a brief shower, and we continue to press on. Two quick wickets saw Dan Jenkins fall for 9 in the end, and Mark Wharton with a 3-ball duck, leaving Ed Barnes to come out to the crease at 124 for 6. Batted, Matt! Yeah. Sadly in life, all good things must come to an end, with Matt dismissed on 65 through some very good bowling. The score then was 165 for 7. However, all was not lost. Ed Barnes was joined at the crease by Tom Wootton, and the pair started to up the run rate, putting on 34 in a little over 4 overs. Maybe 200 was still on the cards. So we are now heading into the last 2 overs, 5 needed for 200. Should be a defendable score, hopefully. It is starting to get a little bit easier to bat on now though, but we'll see how Tom and Ed do in the last 2 overs. See if we can get some more runs on the board. So another week and another game where we've got max batting points. We ended up setting a target of 210. We lost 9 wickets in the end. Top scores of Matt with 65, Paul with 45 and Ed on 38. They were the main big contributors this afternoon. Quick turnaround now whilst we get ready to go out and field. Little bit of a dilemma, if anything, as to how to approach the fielding innings. Obviously the pitch has dried up a lot now that the rain has gone, so whether we stick with pace, whether we go with spin, it's going to be an interesting one. I think what I'll probably do is stick orthodox early, start with the pace, 5, 6, 7 overs, see how we go, and then maybe look to start bringing on the tweakers. But another week, another 200 score, cannot complain. So be back shortly to see how we go. I don't even know how to describe. We were dead and buried. They were about 160 for 4. We've skittled them for 181. I don't really know what to say other than maximum batting points, maximum bowling points, another win. I'm genuinely lost for words at that. That is one of the greatest games I think I've ever been involved in. That could have gone either way. Both sides look like they were going to win it. I'm going to have to give you the debrief when I get back, but Rob Barker made up for a duck with a 6-for. Right, now that the dust has settled, we can go into the match debrief and explain what in God's name happened. As you saw, we posted a target of 210 thanks to a excellent partnership between Matt Wharton and Paul Wharton, putting on lots together. Paul eventually got out for 45, Matt 65 his first, 50 for Queen Camel. He had previously hit 109 not out, but 65 is now otherwise his best score, ignoring that 100. We had a nice little cameo at the end as well from Ed Barnes, hitting his highest score of 38. So, as I say, we posted a target of 210 off our allotted 40 overs. I took the new ball. We had plenty of bowling options. I just thought with an actual in-swing with the new ball, try and utilise that. It was hooping. There were edges, but no matter where I was putting the fielders, it's just going for 4. So I took myself off after a couple. Matt, coming down the other end, took a wicket with the last ball of his first over and the last ball of his second over. So we did start to restrict Kilmington a little bit there. Unfortunately, Luke Jenkins didn't quite have the same luck coming up the hill to replace me with his leg spin. That did end up being dispatched a little bit. I think he was going at 10 and over off his 2. To replace him, I then brought on Gabriel, who finished 5 overs, 13 for 1. Dan then came down the other end and finished 4 overs, 13 for 1. At this point, they were starting to motor on a little bit, especially after I brought on Rob Barker. His first overs were quite expensive, almost as expensive as mine. I think going at 9 I did in the end. But they got to a point after drinks where they were 173 for 4, needing 38 to win off 15 overs essentially. This is where the magic happened. Out of nowhere, we managed to force a wicket, so I brought myself back on coming down the hill, bowling round the wicket pace just to try and soften up the batsman who was teeing off. He was finding the boundary and was fast approaching 50. He had a couple of streaky edges off my round the wicket chin music. Well, I say chin music, it wasn't really bouncing quite enough for chin music. Next over, coming up the hill, Rob, who kept plugging away, eventually got his man. Caught out in the deep by Matt, which started something that we didn't quite know at the time was going to be that game changing. We obviously, you know, you're getting a man that's scoring very quickly out, you think, oh hello. But that took him to 173 for 5, still only needing 38 off their remaining 15, well at that point 14 overs. Rob then got another the very next ball. No hat trick on this occasion, but 173 for 6, and you start to think maybe, just maybe. Gabriel came back on. It was a snorter of a ball. In swinging Yorker, leg stump, gone. That dislodged their most sort of set batsman, who was about 46 off about 60 balls. So he was staying the course essentially. And then after that, Rob cleared up. He took the remaining 3 wickets for the loss of another run. That then finished 181 all out. Rob going from 1 for 46 to 6 for 47 in the space of 3 overs. What a day. So that now puts us 4th in the league. We are 34 points behind Hewish and Langport in 2nd with the game in hand. We've already won more games than we did all of last season. I say that like it's 15 to 12. It's 2 to 1, but it's progress. And the fact we've still got 13 games to go, the world is our oyster. Dare I write off promotion yet? Who knows? But either way, we look now ahead to Taunton Indian, 3rd 11, who in a friendly last weekend posted a target of 308 for 2 against Castle Carey, 2nds in a friendly. They then bowled them out for 32 in reply. So they're coming into it in good form, but so are we. And we've got a very strong side shaping up for this weekend as well. So makes for quite an entertaining game. Also this weekend I will be playing as part of the Can You Cricket Club with Gareth Can You Cricket over at Bishop's Hull, so there will be a video of that coming next week as well. Chances are it will be the following Wednesday, as I'm not playing next Saturday against Ilminster, so I will probably use that video to fill the void otherwise. Until then, I bid you farewell and I'll see you next time.